All right, we're heading into the resource phase. 1 resource on each of the heroes, and we draw a card. That's what I was hoping for, the Forest Snare. That could really help us out with this Heal Troll if we get enough resources to use it. Allies. I'll spend one leadership to bring in the Rohan Scout. As the Snowborn Scout enters play, choose a location, place 1 token on that location. All right, so he's with us now. Just a little bit more help. And let me go to questing next. Yep, let's go to the quest. Let's put our 2 questers on the case, and that's going to be 5 against 1. We're going to resolve questing. So 3, 4, 5. We got 2. And by the way, I wanted to discard this card to give her +1 questing. So that would be 4, 5, 6. 6 against 3. That's going to be 3 progress tokens coming through. So we have 4 on the wasteland. All right, so that's done. This goblin's going to be a pain. He's going to be sniping at us, and we won't be able to get him for a while. We've got to get the troll out of the staging area before we can get at this goblin. All right, we've traveled encounter phase. There's nothing we can do. So let's use some abilities here. Let's use our Minstrel and Barivore to draw. It's going to be 3 cards. Into our hand. And combat phase, he's going to deal 1 damage. I may not have done the timing on this exactly right, but he's going to deal 1 damage to somebody at the end, right? Isn't it the end of the combat phase? So let's let him hit our Minstrel for 1. Our Minstrel has 2 hit points. And I think that's all we can do. So we'll refresh again and raise the threat. The troll is almost on top of us. All right, family just got back inside, so I believe I would just finished up the turn, right? So starting a new turn now, I think. Resources 1, 2, 3. So we don't have enough for that snare, but we wouldn't be able to use it right away anyway. We've got to deal with that troll coming in and damaging us a little bit here first. We're going to have to put up with that. So let's see, what do we want to have with allies? I don't want to spend any lore right now. We want to save that for the forest snare. Don't have enough for Faramir. Not yet. We could pool our resources for Gandalf. That might not be a bad idea. But it would also be great if we could get enough spirit resources together to get Bjorn in our deck with that stand and fight card. Let's let Barivor allow us to draw 2 cards. We do have the River Song, but that takes a lore. Rats. River Song, from what I've read here, can allow us to check out what's coming into the staging area. We can take a peek at what's in the encounter deck. So that is a good ally. Let's go ahead and use our Minstrel. Draw another card. Okay. I'm not really sure what I'm looking for, but kind of checking maybe for a sneak attack or something, but I don't have that. Okay. Well, I don't think we're going to spend any resources right now because we've got the troll heading our way. So let's go ahead and go to questing with our main questing heroes here. Now we do have a Citadel guard who might be able to add 1 more point. And then we could discard a card and add another point of questing if we wanted to. Will of the West. Have I already thrown away a Will of the West? Yeah, and I don't know how many I have in that deck. I'm not going to do that. So, I was thinking of discarding this, but maybe I'll hang on to it. It might be useful later. All right, so we're going to commit 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 progress tokens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's what we need. So we've traveled to the East Bight. And the East Bight comes down again. So now we're into engagement. Not yet. We're at 29. He needs a 30 to come down and start destroying us. So combat phase, we're not going to do anything. So he's going to snipe again and do 1 damage to somebody. And I don't want to kill my Minstrel. I don't want to kill my Scout. So he puts another point, but it's going to be on the guard. Let's refresh. He's certainly weakening our allies. And this goes up to 30 now. All right, we're starting a new turn. Resources. By the way, I think I could have given an extra resource. I think I'll put that on Aowen when I quested before. I don't think I did that. We'll draw a card. And snare. I'm just going to keep an eye on this. We have to engage an enemy to put the snare on them. All right, well, I think I'm going to hold on to my resources here and go into the questing stage, or the questing phase. And I'm just looking, do we want to use our Minstrel for anything? Perhaps to draw a card. I think we would need to do that during this resource phase and planning phase. Let's go ahead and use our Minstrel. And we drew another one. All right, questing, here we go. Guard of the Citadel. We're not going to be able to do enough damage to this guy unless we get more help out here. But let's survive and get the snare on him. So questing for 5, 6. We're going to quest for 6. Each location in the staging area gets +1 until the end of the phase. So this is not going to bother us right now. So 4, 5, 6. I don't think I added the extra resource. He gets to put a resource on somebody. We're going to put it on Anduin. 6 against 3. That's 3 more progress tokens. We're going to put that on the wasteland. And now we are out of the quest phase. Travel phase, we're kind of moving through that. Encounter phase, we can engage. He's gonna come down now. The troll is engaging us. So now I may try something. Where was that stand and fight? Choose an ally with a printed cost of X. 6 in the discard pile. Put that ally into play under your control, and it doesn't matter what sphere of influence. Well, we're going to spend 6 from Anduin, and we're going to bring in Bjorn. Okay, so Bjorn is with us. He's pretty tough with 6 hit points. Wow. He can actually withstand an attack from that troll. And I might even have a means to heal him. Got a card here that might be able to heal him in the future. So let's see, but it would be great if we could get his help attacking, because I think he can get +5. But he goes back into your deck if you do that. Bjorn gains +5 until the end of the phase. At the end of the phase in which you trigger this effect, shuffle him back into your deck. That's not so good. But he's a great blocker if we can get him to help us. All right, so now we're headed into combat. And the troll will attack. I think I'm going to have... If we block with the scout, no, we're going to use Bjorn. He's made for this. So 6 attack, 3 defense. That's 3 damage on him. And that is done. Well, let's cycle through a shadow card. I'm not using them, but I'm going to be cycling through just to keep the deck moving. Resolves the attacks. There's another chance for players' actions as we come to the end. Player actions. We can probably put the snare on this guy now. No, it's an attachment. We need to do that during the planning phase. Striking back, I only have the ability to do 2 damage. He absorbs 3, so it's just not enough. So we're going to use her for her card draw ability. We're going to draw 2 cards. And then our sniper does 1 damage to somebody. I'm going to go ahead and put that one on Bjorn as well. And that's going to end combat. We're going to go to the refresh stage, or phase, and we go up to 31.